Hi everybody. I am doing this video because a lot of people wonder, why should I let my paint cure for so long before I do anything with it? Clean the silicone off or varnish it or resin it in some way. Well, think of acrylic paint and pouring like pudding. You form a skin on the top and it looks dry, but underneath it's still setting. Now this gold paint has been in a cup for 2 weeks, uncovered, nothing on top to keep it fresh. I've just been letting it go by itself. So the stick in here, like you can see, it looks pretty firm to the touch. And it looks like everything is really just set. So if I pull the paint and pull the stick, sorry, it's gonna take a minute to get underneath because it's been 2 weeks. And so it's kind of hard to, there. Now, here's what's underneath. It's still wet. It still spreads. Now, of course, some of you are thinking, well, sure, because that's pretty thick paint, right? It's a pretty thick layer. You're right. My paintings probably would not have 2 fingers or more worth of paint on them. That said, this is what's underneath, right? It's still pretty mushy, and it's actually only this much of the paint has dried. So, and the rest of it is really very wet. So just something to keep in mind as you think about the concept of it looks dry, it feels dry, may not always be dry. And again, yes, I know that this is a very plentiful amount of paint in the cup, 2 fingers at least. Yes, I know that a painting will probably not have that much paint on it. So really this is just for the concept. And this has been 2 weeks. And I would say, about 1/8 of an inch total, because this is a pretty big chunk on top. About 1/8 of an inch total of the paint has dried. And the rest, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, there's my chin. It's very, very pudding-like. So there you are. Hope that helps with the concept and why it's very important to let your paint cure. Let your painting, your piece, cure for 3 to 4 weeks before cleaning it and varnishing. Also, this depends on the weather. So if it's humid out, it's going to take longer for your paint to dry. If you live in a very dry environment, then you may risk cracking only because it may dry too fast. So different seasons, different altitudes, different weather, different types of paint, different mediums, that will affect your curing time. And 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks is a good rule of thumb. Okay. This is Daisy's Craft Patch signing off. Hope you have a good night. Happy creating.